Waking up in Boston town, best pups in the city all around. Let's get that tail wagging right, making every good day so bright. It's the Common Dog Podcast. Yeah, the Common Dog Podcast.
All right. Hi, I'm Laura Donnell, and welcome to the Common Dog Podcast. I am, as always, with JB, my general manager, and who do we have here today?
We have Miss Olive.
Tell me a little bit about her.
I
know.
love when I do this.
You'll understand why we're like...
Olive is deaf. She's 3.5 years old. I've been working with her and her family. We've been working with her and her family for about 2 years. I still talk to her because...
I know, we make the chirpy noises.
If you don't, you act weird.
Yeah.
Like if you try to be quiet, you act weird, and your body language, which is pretty much your only way of communicating with her, is off. And then she's just like, what is your problem?
Right, why are you being weird?
Why are you being weird? So despite the fact that she is deaf, we do talk to her.
All the time.
All the time. But you'll see she has an e-collar. And that is our prime way of communicating with her when she is not looking at us.
But JB, aren't e-collars torturous and horrible?
Super torturous, super awful, the worst thing ever, right? It's the way that they are now is if anybody's used like a TENS unit, right? It's like electrical stimulation. So the way that we teach it, it's where they can just feel it. Mm-hmm. It feels like a tingle, right?
And that, when we give her stimulation on that collar, what does that mean? That's her name.
That's
right.
Her name.
Isn't that cool?
That's her
Not
name.
torturous, not horrible,
Yeah.
not you should burn in hell.
Right. For her,
it's her name.
It's her name, and she's one of the only dogs that I went right to e-collar with because of her situation. And that's kind of what we're talking about today, is what we do in a discovery meeting and what lends us to, you know, what program we train with, what collar we train with, what tool we use with the dog.
We're talking about what we call a discovery meeting, and that is a meeting that we have with every client and their dog before we progress into some sort of training. And it's every dog. It's even clients that we know that come here for whatever service. Even though we know them and we know the dog, that doesn't necessarily transcend and correlate to training.
Right.
So our discovery meetings are when someone comes in. It's usually just one of us, one of the trainers. Sometimes it's two of us. Yeah. Depending on if there's any severity to the situation, like
there needs to be a safety
risk,
issue and
right.
stuff like that.
But our discovery meeting opens up the door to us learning about your dog.
And you.
And you. And your situation and all your goals and so on. So talk a little bit about the structure of our discovery meeting.
So the first thing I always do...
I would call her over here, but that wouldn't make any difference.
You have to go like this until she figures it out.
We can bang on the door, or the floor.
The floor, sometimes it gets
and I
there.
still make the noise.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
Good
come
girl.
on over here, baby. There's your good girl. Yes.
So the first thing I usually do personally when I have a dog come in, first of all, I need to know if they are a bite risk before I do anything else. And if I didn't get that answer on the phone, then I get it as we're walking into the door. If they're not a bite risk, a lot of the times what I will do is allow the dog to kind of free roam in the room with their leash on. So if they get into any trouble, you can just grab them. Just so I can see.
For a discovery meeting, though, it's wonderful if we could have everyone that's really involved in the dog's life. So, you know, the owner, their partner, the kids, if there's someone else that lives in the house, like a parent to the owner.
Sometimes I've had people who live like
if there's a multiple family,
and then their family is on the other side of like the duplex or something like that, or the
duplex.
That's me.
Pennsylvania.
That's me. Yeah. The triple decker or whatever.
Multi-family home.
The split unit. But we want to have as many people as possible, and we even want the kids.
Because we get different perspectives, right?
I want the chaos.
The relationship that, let's say, mom has with the dog is oftentimes quite different than the relationship than dad has with the dog, or mom and mom, or dad and dad. I mean, it's really, dogs are individuals. So they're going to have different relationships with different people, just like we do, right? So this discovery meeting even with dogs that we know and owners that we know, it is a real eye-opener.
Yeah.
Let's even just go down. This is our little discovery sheet that we have that we fill out. Let's talk a little bit about what are just the cursory things that we ask besides obviously the bite risk.
We ask health issues, allergies, feeding habits, like what is your dog eating? What does your dog's day-to-day life look like? How much structure is in their day? Like I'm asking feeding because I want to know, okay, do you feed your dog in the crate? Do you feed your dog just like free run, like they just eat whenever
a huge
they
bowl
want?
and you
like
fill it
how much
twice a week.
structure? Like is there absolutely no structure where your dog just free feeds all day long, doesn't have to do anything? Like we want to know all the things. We'll ask if you've had training before, what that entailed,
what did it look like? Were you happy with the results?
Happy with it? Did it, help you? We also want to know about exercise, how many walks you take with your dog, how many times you play with your dog, if you play with your dog, what you play with your dog.
Does your dog get real exercise, aka running?
Right. And also to go along with that, what does your home look like?
Right.
Like,
are you in a condo? Are you in an apartment? Are you in a house?
If you're in a condo, are you in a condo with an elevator? Right. I need to know that. Do you have a yard? Do you not have a yard? Do you have a shared yard? Like, what does all of that look like?
Right. Is it a busy street? Is it kind of back off in a cul-de-sac? As much as we can possibly know about that dog's life, all that information helps us learn more about the dog, and then we're able to craft what direction to take you and your dog in based on your goals, your own skill set as an owner, the dog, what do they already know, what hurdles have you run into, what are you really experiencing, what are the troubles that you're having at home.
Right.
That really helps us craft how to mold the direction of this is what we would recommend. And what are some of the things that we recommend? Because everybody's like, training, but what does that mean?
Right, so we have so many different options in terms of customization. Like maybe you just need this discovery meeting. We give you a slew of information and we never see you again. And that's fine.
A lot of people come in and they're like, I need a board and train. And we talk more people out of board and trains than we talk into board and trains. Right. I always find it kind of interesting because the people who really need a board and train don't really want it.
Them. I know.
And the people who don't really need a board and train are like, well, but I want everything right for my dog. I'm like, well, right doesn't necessarily mean that your dog needs a board and train. In fact, the only times I push a board and train is severe separation anxiety or aggression, whether it's dog on dog aggression or dog on people aggression.
And we do them for other situations, but it's kind of case by case. Like,
if you're going away for 2 weeks,
it makes sense, you know. But we have one-on-one lessons. We do one-on-one lessons.
We do one-on-one lessons
at your home, off-site, at parks. We'll go wherever the problem is.
But the discovery meeting,
I had a lesson today where the client had the vet come to their house. They had an in-home vet. That was a training lesson. Right. So that's an in-home training lesson.
And he did great.
And he did really,
we love
really
you, Larry.
So we do things like that where people need help with the vet. It's a really, really common problem.
And that way you're not forced to, and we'll go to the vet with you. It doesn't have to be an in-home vet service. We will actually go to your veterinarian, go to the appointment with you and help.
Right.
So you're not looking at always having to have your dog severely sedated just to literally cross the veterinarian threshold.
And then we have structured daycare. And then we have the board and train. We have boarding add-on services for training as well, where it's less intense. It's like one skill set that they learn while they're here for a week or something like that, where it's not the 3-week intensive board and train.
Let's take a step back. So 3-week intensive board and train. Most places that do board and trains do a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks. Why do we only start with, hey, we're going to start with a 3-week? Why do we do that?
We don't want to take people's dogs away from them for too long.
I know.
And on top of that, it's the follow through after the fact that's going to be more important. So I might say, okay, we'll do 3 weeks, but we need to do more lessons when you go home, or or otherwise I need your dog for 4
Well,
weeks.
we always say the real training starts when the dog goes home,
Right.
right? So 3 weeks gives us hopefully enough time to bond with your dog. We are relationship trainers. Bond with your dog and get them started in the direction of what your goals are, right? That discovery meeting gives us all kinds of information. That's why I don't understand trainers that train online. Like I totally get it after you've worked with a dog, maybe
So
even all you've had is a discovery meeting.
I'll do calls and stuff with people after the fact that they've
But how do
moved
you
or whatever.
read that body language through a camera? How do you
never
get
been
that
around that dog.
feel
Yeah.
around that dog? How do you? Is there a dirty old bug under there? What's going on?
Oh, is that calm?
Oh, it's a Kong.
Do you want
There you go, Bebe. See, we still talk to her even though she can't hear us at all. Yeah. I don't understand the whole, let me solve all your problems online. I don't believe in it, to be perfectly honest. So, but we can definitely help you via phone or Zoom, online, whatever.
Once
we've met your dog, right? It's also important to see the owner around their dog, right?
I've definitely had clients where I've just been like either they're awkward. Sometimes they're awkward.
Right.
Sometimes they're just really hesitant around their own dog, and that's really feeding into the dog's energy.
Right. Like the dog maybe comes here for daycare or for structured daycare, and we don't see any of the problems that the owner is experiencing at home. We do that discovery meeting, and then we go, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why this is happening for you.
Yeah, we had everybody's favorite Russian street dog that we have.
Right.
He came in and we were like, me and the other trainer that was there, he loves us. He loves us. The second we were in the room with his owners, he was
Totally
like,
different dog.
get away from them.
Totally different dog.
Do not
well, you know
come
the
here.
dog that came here for daycare would literally, sit in my lap, lick my neck. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm doing a home visit with these. But they were like, yeah, he's really territorial of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't even see this in this dog. Did a discovery meeting, didn't see it at all, didn't see any issues, didn't have ownership issues over his owners, wasn't possessive. Went to the house, did not listen to the owners. I didn't take it seriously enough. You guys know your dogs, and we need to listen to everything you have to tell us. I went in, and I was so grateful I had on a bulky sweatshirt because he went right at me, right at me.
Yep.
Got me right on the arm. Wasn't able to break skin. Didn't obviously really mean it, or he could have shredded my arm. But I was like, oh, so it really is just about the house.
Yeah.
It's just about this space.
I've definitely gone to dogs' houses that I've known from being here with them, did a 3-week board and train with them, still can't go into their house without them losing
Without the
their
dog
ever
trying to
loving
eat you.
mind.
Yep.
But
But we work on that.
we do. We work on it. It gets better and better. It gets better and better. But that's happened too, where I've had a discovery meeting here. We always do it here first. We want to see the dog out of their comfort zone.
Out of their comfort zone, neutral space.
Safety. We know
There's people here that can jump in if
control
needed.
Things. I can grab dogs if I need to.
That's the other great thing. If you've got a dog that is super reactive on leash and potentially showing signs of aggression towards other dogs, we have a plethora of other dogs.
Yeah. Go do an in-home.
And
9
then
times out of 10, I don't see.
We go for the walk. We're like, oh, there's dogs all over the neighborhood. We go for a walk. There isn't a dog in sight
not
for
a
an
single
hour.
one.
I'm like, we've been walking everywhere and we haven't run into a single dog. So it's so much easier to do it here. The other thing I think that makes it really unique about our situation is we have multiple trainers.
Yeah.
And we all work with the dogs that come in. It's not like this is your dog and that is my dog and that is Allie's dog and so on and so on.
Right.
Nope, we all throw our hat in the ring and help
I'll be
out
like
and
in
train.
the midst of a lesson, and I'm like,
This is weird.
I feel like I'm
reading
in
it
the
wrong?
Like I feel like I'm reading it wrong, or I'm like, I think this is the call, but I don't know 100% if this is the call. And then that's when I'll grab you, I'll grab Allie, I'll grab JD.
Just different eyes on it.
different eyes on the dog, and just see. There's also been times where there's something happening behind me. If the dog is behind me and don't catch it, stuff like that.
Now we have a camera that's running the whole time, but in the moment, you know, there's a dog that comes here that's fine to my face. The minute she gets behind me, she wants to take a pop at me.
Yep. Absolutely.
We won't say any names.
No. And then there have been times where I've done a discovery here, and then I'm like, okay, so we're not seeing it. I need to see it. So I need to go to your home.
Yeah, it's
now.
like taking your car to the mechanic and it doesn't make the squeaky sound.
So I've done everything is very situational for sure, and we've done that before. But what we're trying to establish is what is the best route to get you to where you need to be.
Yep.
What's the quickest, what's the most efficient, what's not going to cost an arm and a leg, like all the things.
Right. And what can you do? Right? What can you do?
Right.
We all have different skill sets, and some of us are really not great with our hands, which definitely impedes your ability to be good at leash handling skills. We'll work with that. Or maybe, you're left-handed and your partner is right-handed, and we need to show you kind of how to work that out in terms of, or, maybe you and whomever else is in the house, a roommate or whatever, very, very, very different approaches. So the dog has a totally different relationship with this person versus this person.
Right.
So it definitely, the discovery meeting opens up the doors to answers that we wouldn't have otherwise if we weren't able to have one. It's also, we actually do not take dogs that live so far away that we wouldn't be able to do an in-home follow-up. We feel the in-home is so important after the training that it's just not something we engage in. And it's not to say that it doesn't work. There are plenty of trainers that do, that the dog comes to them, right? Let's say a dog trainer that specializes in serious aggression.
Yeah.
They're not
serious. There's not a ton of them.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of trainers that do that. And so they're not going to live in Wisconsin and then drive down to Florida, right? So, but you may bring your dog to them. And that's great because you've got people that are still willing to take these situations on and help that family. And
I think one of them, I can't remember who it was, but they said that they require that the owner stays a week after the training.
Oh, in the area?
In the area. So, like, they'll do the training.
That's a pretty great commitment.
And the last week that the dog is with them, they do, the whole week is just lessons with the dog and the owner.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, but it's expensive, obviously.
Well,
and it's really extreme cases.
Yeah.
I forget exactly where
that's where you would be like, this is the guest house that you'll be staying in.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like going to school.
Yep.
And that's really how we look at it is this discovery meeting gives us an opportunity to create the syllabus, right? It helps us figure out what are we doing. Part of that is just based on what the client wants, but it also is based a lot on what they're able to do and what we see in the dog. And also part of what are your circumstances? How much time can you actually spend with this dog? Where, do you live in an apartment with an elevator and you've got a dog that's claustrophobic? We got to work through that, right? That means in homes, in the elevator.
Yes.
But if we don't have a really thorough discovery meeting, we won't know all those different subtle things.
And your dog trainer is like your doctor. Don't lie.
Yeah,
to your dog trainer.
Or exaggerate.
Don't exaggerate. Don't mitigate. Don't, all the things.
So, yeah, it's really, really important to make sure that your dog trainer knows all the reels, right? No, we need to know everything as much as we possibly can. The difference is we don't need to know I think that he doesn't like it when I leave because before I adopted him, I was told, we don't go down those roads mainly because we could go blue in the face trying to figure out why your dog feels how we think he feels. Well, first of all, he may not even feel that way. Maybe it may have, and it likely has nothing to do with the before. And if we're sitting here going, okay, we don't even really know what the case was. Train the dog in front of you. Let's deal with what we have right now, here, today.
Yep.
Knowing past instances like was walking down the street and there was a massive crash right in front of us. Now your dog's afraid to walk on that street. Get it?
That makes
yes,
sense.
that makes sense.
Right.
There was a signature placed on your dog by that experience.
But if you don't know,
But if you don't know, or you're just kind of guessing of, well, I think he hates going in my backyard because there's crows back there, and he looks like he's afraid of the crows.
my favorite
Who
is
knows?
he must have been yelled at by a man because he's terrified of
Terrified of
men
men.
in hats that are bearded.
Right.
They're
Every
all
dog.
terrified of men in hats that are bearded.
Aren't you?
Yeah, I mean,
Weird men in hats and glasses and beards. I'd be like, I'm staying away
one
from
of
that.
our trainers is a tall man with a beard, and he is very helpful.
Yep.
Because
we put a hat on him, and every dog's afraid of him.
Yep. So we use him to recreate so many situations, and it's super helpful. I mean, we have him, and we have one other dude on here that's
Big bearded dude.
So, and both of them are like walking Xanax around the dogs.
Super chill,
So
super
they're
calm,
super
and all the
chill.
dogs love them. When they get over
The fear,
the fear
yeah.
of their appearance, right? So, but yeah, I mean, one's a professional dog ruiner, and the other one's a professional trainer. So one spoils way too much, and the other one's just a really great trainer. So, ultimately, I think that the online forms that you fill out, I don't think that's enough. I want to have the conversation with you. I want to feel from
Right, 'cause
your
you might
body
get-
language and your tone and your everything that you're bringing to the table. I'm going to get a feel for that meeting you.
Yeah.
Right?
On how it really was. Like
and
if
how-
you say
yeah.
like my dog bit, but like, okay, what kind of what are we talking about?
Right. I mean, we have people that, and this is a safe space. We have people that are in tears. They're super frustrated. They're angry. And that can all come out in this discovery meeting, which really, really helps us piece the puzzle together. And the more we know about that puzzle, the better we're able to put it together.
Yeah, we've had a lot of tears.
We've had a lot of tears. Yeah.
A lot of tears.
A lot of tears. Sometimes our own.
Sometimes our own, yeah. I mean, I definitely have had moments with dogs where I'm just like, like something happened, or, like I was talking about the Boston Terrier that we had, what was it, like 7 years ago now? 6 years ago?
Which
The one
what
with
situation?
the floppy ears.
Uh-huh.
He did a board and
Okay.
train.
Yeah.
He was biting people, and I could not connect with him. I couldn't connect with him. I had him for like a week. I was about ready to turn him
But you did.
back in, and I think you were in the kitchen. Was it you? It might have been Anne and somebody else. I was laying on the floor with him in there in the break room, and he came over and he just laid on my lap, and I just freaking sobbed.
You're like,
I was like, oh my God, thank God, I can help him.
remember Mario and Luigi?
Oh yeah.
It was 3 weeks before I was able to bond with them.
I
I'm like,
know.
this is never gonna work. But the problem was
They
that
couldn't bond.
They didn't bond with their owners either. So that was what we were trying to address.
Yeah.
Figure out what buttons needed to be pushed.
And
how
that's
did
another
we need
question,
to help him feel.
what is your dog's favorite thing? I mean, that's a very important question when we're trying to figure out what motivates your dog, and sometimes you don't even know.
Right?
I've had dogs and I'm just like, what is your deal, dude? What is your jam?
Right.
So,
right.
And finding it is really important.
And I feel, I'm a very tactile person, but I feel me getting my hands physically on your dog and feeling when they stiffen their muscles or when they let go, when just being able to make that eye contact and use your body to really communicate with the dog. That's why we're able to do it in shorter time.
Yeah.
Right? Because I focused so hard and so long about dog communication and communicating with dogs that it's instinct. I'm part dog, right? It's and I always have been part dog, or maybe mostly dog. And I feel that's why our training is just so successful, is because we talk dog. We speak dog. We connect with it. And I don't know how online trainers could ever do that. Not that I just want to beat up online trainers, but I don't get how that happens without this, right?
I mean, you look at Larry. I went to Larry's today, and that dog like melted in my freaking hands with the vet.
Yeah.
And it's just like you have moments like that. I feel like sometimes as a trainer, like that's something that was really hard for him today, and for him to just be like okay, as much as he was okay, I was just like, oh.
Makes you want to cry. So yeah, it's relationship training because we actually form a relationship with your dog. I don't know how to train any other way.
If your dog
I don't know how anybody else does train any other way.
If your dog has done training with us, we're obsessed with them.
We're not obsessed.
We're obsessed. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed.
Well, she might need therapy, but no, I wouldn't say I'm obsessed, but I am connected. I'm very, very connected with your dog. I mean, we love dogs just in general, but when we train that dog, there's such just a unique and deep connection.
Oh yeah.
It's not just, oh, we love your pupper.
No,
we love your dog. We're like, we actually really, really love your dog.
There's like dog people and then there's dog people. There's like that thing where it's like, oh, I love dogs, da, da, da. And it's like, no, like I love dogs and I don't, ew.
Crier. Can't imagine any other life.
Yeah.
Can't imagine any other life. And it's why we do what we do, and it's why we do it well, because we work really, really hard. But part of that work is connecting with the owners.
Yeah.
And I think that's where quite a few trainers struggle. They might be great with the dog, but they can't connect with the owner.
Right. There's a hard line there too, because you can connect with them and then you can connect with them too much.
Too much. Yeah.
And then you get too close, and then you don't you're not going to be as thorough. You'll let things slide with them. I've definitely done that in the past, and that's something that I've had to fix, you know.
Yeah, I don't really have that problem.
I like people too.
Oh, I really like people. But I'm like, I love your dog more, so I'm going to tell you when you're doing it wrong.
I mean, how many times did I go downstairs just to talk to a specific client while I was up in the office?
Yep.
Just because I was like, hey, did you read that book? Hey, did you listen to that song I told you about? Like,
but of course, when I go downstairs to say, hi, I'm going to take the leash from you and be like, you're tugging too much. I want to see a loose leash. You know, it's always, I'm just so bossy.
Yesterday, the client that you helped in the lobby, she walked out and she was like, I saw Lauren. I was hoping my dog wasn't going to come out.
And it's always, she's like, just be good. Laura's here. I'm like, oh, but she's wonderful.
She is great. She's great. The dogs are always just rough at pickup time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You know, they're super excited to see us, right? When they come, they're like, yay, hey, and then they're breaking the rules, and we're like, no.
I love that, you know, there's one particular client that when she picks him up, he'll just walk right past her and come to me, and she just gets like, she's like, just take him home.
Hey, but we experience that with our dogs too. I can't cut my dog's nails, but she can.
Yep. Lana, if I'm in the yard, she'll walk next to somebody, she stands right next to another employee, and she'll just stare at me. Like, I'm here.
Unless she wants to go home, and then she's like, Mom,
let's go home. But she'll stand next to somebody and just be like, Mom, I have attention from somebody else.
Yeah, I don't have to listen to you. But yeah, discovery meeting is vital, super, super, super important. If you are working with a trainer and they don't seemingly have something like that, take the onus on yourself and tell them the whole story. Tell them the whole story. Don't hold anything back. Like, if somebody is in the household is not great at following directions, let them know that. If somebody in the house is a little heavy-handed, let them know that. It's not something we even have to address head on, face to face with that person, but at least we know it. And we can do workarounds. We can give advice on how to deal with that situation in the moment. We've seen it all. So I mean, I can't tell you how to make your kids behave, or how to get along with your partner, but I can help you with your dog for sure.
And that's my favorite when I go to a lesson. I'm like, I
don't do marriage counseling.
I do marriage counseling, so stop.
It's really uncomfortable too when they start bickering, and I'm just like, okay, let's focus on what you're paying for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the more honest you are and the more information you share. And the other thing that we love to see is we put the leash in your hand, when you're doing a discovery meeting, so we can watch your body language with the dog, right? Everything, we may be listening to you and things just aren't connecting as to what the problem you're having, and then we can see like, oh, it's because, you know, you've got this constant tension on your dog, or it's because you are constantly touching your dog, or you're just, you know, you're not communicating effectively. Your dog doesn't know what you're saying. Things like that, and when we see it, it so helps us draft how to create a course to get to your goals. Get that toy. In any case, yeah, you can't say leave it. We would have to have her. Her call, because saying leave it
can't say anything to her.
Doesn't mean anything. Saying anything doesn't actually mean anything.
I forget what her hand command is for leave it.
Yeah. In any case, discovery meeting, super, super important. Good communication with your trainer, whomever they are, super, super important. Whether it's online or, you know, I would also really want to see the trainer with my dog, right? So that would be important to me as an owner. I'd want to see them interact with my dog to get a good, you know, feeling like, hey, we chose the right person. This is going to go well, you know.
And don't be discouraged if you see things in your dog that you've never seen before around a trainer, because we unfortunately have to push buttons to see what could be the problem.
Yeah, we have to drive the car in order to know what's going wrong.
So, you know, I've had dogs that they've never growled at a person before, and then they end up growling at me because I push them.
Right.
Because I'm like, okay, well, what is the real, where are we going with this?
Right.
Like, what's going to happen?
Right.
So it's definitely happened before.
That's why she loves that Kong.
Yeah, she is into it.
Feels good on her gums. Discovery meetings also help us determine what tools to try to use. You know, should we be training on a slip lead? Should we be training on a prong collar? Should we be using an e-collar? You know, what does your dog really respond to?
And we might think that, you know, this is an educated guess based off of this lesson. We get 3 lessons down the road, we're like, you know what, let's try this one instead.
Right.
I've worked dogs where, like, I've been working with them for a year, and I'm like, why don't we try this now? Like, we've gotten this far with this, let's try this.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. And then we've had dogs where, like, okay, we've gotten as far as we can with this training, now let's do some off-leash stuff, and we'll work on the e-collar stuff. So it goes further, you know.
Right. Well, and I think it also gives us the opportunity to help our clients take a breath, right? There are answers. We're going to help you get there. It's not a matter of, I have to see your dog and I have to work your dog in order to be able to give you a quote on what it's going to cost, or, you know, discovery meeting is a flat fee. I can't remember what we charge for it. What do we charge?
$195.
$195 for that hour, and that might be it. That might be all you'll need, because you will walk away with tips and techniques on how to address what you're struggling with, and that might be all you need, right? Or you may need a board and train, and everywhere in between, right? There are some things that we have found that really only can be solved here, and then we'll start addressing it at home. And there are some things that we found really can only be addressed at home, right? We could have your dog, but we're never going to be able to recreate the situation, and we're never going to be able to recreate the feeling that the dog experiences in that moment with X, Y, or Z. So sometimes we're just like, yeah, no, this is definitely in homes. Or no, this is definitely, we need to go work in a field where there's a million birds, or that kind of thing. So, but one of the really, really nice things about working dogs here is we have a plethora of dogs to choose from to help with that dog's training, people to choose from to help with that training. Our clients jump in. They're happy to be test dummies and just stand there and not make eye contact.
We brought my daughter in yesterday.
She was, test dummy.
Was used as bait.
Yep. I brought my son in the day before. He was used as bait.
So, we have multiple things. We've used our spouses.
You can see what we really care about. It's the dogs.
Everybody was safe. But
Somebody's gonna call Child Protective Services on
Yeah, I know,
us.
right?
They're like, doing what? They
doing
admitted
what?
to what on camera? Yeah.
Yeah, but they were, and we've used our spouses. I use the place across the street all the time. That place is a madhouse. The parking lot over there.
Or we
is a
go to
madhouse.
Home Depot, or we go to a PetSmart, or we
Park
go
down the street.
right. Yep.
Some clients who use us, you are in the buildings near us, so we'll work their dogs in that building, around the building.
Yeah,
And
like
it's
the pioneers right there. So
and I'll be like, don't come outside.
right,
Stay
we are
in your apartment.
working in the building. So yeah, because if they do happen to see their owner, then
It's
it
gonna
just blows to
blow.
hell what we were trying to do. So, discovery meeting, very, very important.
Very important.
And we love doing discovery meetings. They're fun. They're actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love learning more about
And
clients.
it's tough because it's only an hour, and it's always like
we always go over.
I'm
always yelling at you to stop going over.
and then you go over.
I
And
know.
I'm like, Laura, you just went over a half an hour.
I know. I think I'm worse than you.
You
Not
went
going
over a half an hour the
Do
other
as
day.
I say, not as I do.
And I was like, okay, here we go, Laura.
Don't poke the bear.
But we could go for hours, and that's the problem.
It's because we love this shit so much.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
have
gonna
so
do
much-
this one till I die. Literally,
And I
I'm
tried
gonna die training dogs.
I don't know
here.
how you are anymore, but I've gotten way better at like not being like watching like somebody that I know and their dog and being like, hey, actually, I've gotten over that quite a bit.
I'm pretty good at inviting people for discovery meetings.
Yeah.
Like, here's my card.
My family's all in Pennsylvania, so I can't. But, well, actually, I think, no, I've been trying to get one of my daughter's friends, people to come in for.
I like accost people. I'm like, are you still walking that dog on a harness?
No.
I just saw you get dragged across the street. Would you like some help?
Yep.
So, yeah. All right, so discovery meetings, we love them. Go to training@commondog.com, learn more about that if you're interested, if you're in need. What's our tip for today?
I would say.
If you're working with a trainer, and it's not us, if you're working with a trainer and it's not us, though, make sure, I would say, super big, honest, open.
Yep.
Don't hold anything back. Don't try to interpolate either. Honestly, it's
Give them facts.
facts. Yeah.
Give them facts.
Yep.
And I had the one client that I had. I did a lesson with them here. I went to their house, and it was one of my favorite things that I've ever seen walking into a client's house. He had a bullet-pointed whiteboard with all the things that he was supposed to be doing with his dog, and then all of the bad things that happened that week, and all the good things that happened that week. And I was just like, this is awesome. Like, I was like,
That's amazing. We should hire that person. Yeah, we love that.
And Papa's mom, she had
something
whiteboard
similar.
with like what she's supposed to do and stuff like that. That I love to see. So
I also love just going to your house in general and see how you decorate and see your neighborhood and yeah. But no, it's definitely working with your trainer. Honesty, super important. If something changes, and then I love hearing from clients like 4, 5, 6 years later. Hey, I'm just touching base. Things are going great. We did run into this hiccup. Any advice? I know you, I know your dog. You just, explained to me a little bit about what's happening. We give advice like that all the time. Our clients are clients for life. There's no fee for that. None whatsoever. And I think I do way too much free training. I know I do. You're just gonna, yeah, I know I do. But that's my prerogative. So
it's your company.
It's my company. I know. But be honest with your trainer. Tell them what's going on. That's our tip. Yep. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.